I'd first like to thank everyone for coming here today, especially those who changed their schedules and drove hours to be here. I'm really appreciative of everyone and all the support you guys give me. So when I first started looking at colleges, I was completely lost. I had no idea where I wanted to go, and I was debating playing college tennis or not playing college tennis. So I looked at several different colleges, but none of them really stood out to me. So I felt very stuck on what to do, but luckily my dad and I came into contact with Coach Scanlon, and then from that we decided to schedule a visit to Marian. After doing a campus tour, meeting with Coach, and hitting with the girls team, and they were so welcoming. I mean, I stepped out onto that court and I already felt like I was a part of that team. And I think after that day, I knew I wanted to go there. So I do want to thank Coach Scanlon for giving me the opportunity to play tennis for another 4 years, and I truly cannot wait to be a part of the Marian tennis team. However, I would not be the player I am today without my support system. I have loved playing on the Jasper girls team, and I cannot wait for my last season with you guys. I also, for the most part, enjoyed hitting with the guys team during their season. Of course, a huge thanks goes to coaches and players who have hit with me and pushed me. The list is extensive, but I definitely want to thank Evan Elrod, Grant Weaver, Joe, and True. Another big thanks goes to Ray in the back. Not only did he help me with my physical game, but also improved my mental side of tennis and was always willing to talk through things with me. Now for my family, I have a pretty big family, and they're all supportive from coming to my matches, to texting me, asking me how I'm playing, and more. I want to thank my number one fan, Ma, my grandma. You guys can try to rival her for that, but honestly, there's no point. Ma has never stopped cheering for me and probably never will. She shows up hours early to all my matches for absolutely no reason. She came here early today too, actually. She texted me right before and was like, "Of course I'm early, I'm so excited." And I was like, that's funny, because that's literally in my speech. So, and I know she has found her hands on the Marian tennis schedule for next year and has already marked her calendar for every single time I'm going to be playing. So, I want to thank my sisters, even though only one of them is here today, but I'll let it slide, I guess, from the other two. Emma and Olivia showed me how to be a good teammate and what Jasper tennis is all about, and Kate has been forced her whole life to come to all my matches, so thank you for putting up with that. You only complained about half the time, so I mean, that's pretty good. To my mom, thank you for going above and beyond for me when it came to tennis. My mom took me to the majority of my tournaments, no matter how far they were, how many matches she had watched me play, no matter if the weather was freezing or 100 degrees. She knew exactly what food I'd want to eat before and after a match because I'm picky, and she knew what to say after a terrible match or an amazing match. And she also knew the best 80s rock songs to play on our long trips, so we'd get there faster, because if the music was upbeat, then she'd drive fast. So thank you, Mom, for everything. To my dad and coach, I will always be proud to have grown up in the Jasper tennis family from which my grandpa, built, and from which you successfully carried on. Thank you for the amount of time, money, and energy you have put into coaching me and making me the player I am today. You constantly push me even when I don't want to be pushed because you believe and see the potential in me as a player. You have never given up on me through the ups and downs of my playing and never put pressure on me to play tennis, although a lot of people think I'm forced to play tennis. I'm not. You always knew what kind of advice was needed after each match and how to help me when I'm struggling through one. No matter what, you'll always be my coach and my biggest believer, and just saying thank you does not suffice, but for now, it'll have to do. Once again, thank you to the players, parents, coaches, and my family for the support I have received. I cannot wait to see what the next 4 years bring me. Thank you.